From Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, it's Christina's Arena.
Welcome to Christina's Arena. I'm your host, Christina, and this is my arena. Let's talk about the big, orange, fuzzy, furry elephant in the room, Donald Trump. Yes, he's at it again, but not really, because he's always vowed that he's going to get rid of illegal immigrants and refugees from Muslim countries in the U.S.
Not a Muslim ban, but we were totally prepared. It's working out very nicely. You see it at the airports, you see it all over. It's working out very nicely, and we're going to have a very, very strict ban, and we're going to have extreme vetting, which we should have had in this country for many years.
Now that doesn't really affect us because in the U.S., people are going to be wandering their supermarkets wondering why they're paying $27 for oranges and $37 for pineapples. And that's because they were simply replaced with employees from being paid 90 cents an hour to pick these fruits and vegetables to American citizens who wanted to be paid $11 and more. But what is affecting us is the fact that all of these refugees and immigrants are seeking asylum here in Canada. And since the beginning of the year, 452 of them have sought asylum by crossing the border legally and saying they are refugees. But also since the beginning of the year, 130 people have crossed the border illegally here in Manitoba and Quebec have been the highlights of these moments. Now, Premier Brian Pallister asked for help from Ottawa, saying that this was becoming an epidemic, which is not too far off. Ottawa's response, though, and the federal government's response was that they would just oversee the situation because it wasn't that big deal. Pallister worries, though, that the situation is going to get more and more worse because of the warmer and warmer weather. Now, I get that Trump is making a wall in Mexico, but he should be making a wall here in Canada, because if he did, at this time of the year, if it was about this high, it would be impossible for these people to climb over, hop over knee-high snow. And I'm sorry to say it sounds very harsh, because a lot of these people have lost their fingers, their toes, and other limbs, and their dignity, really. And I get it, it's 2017. But in reality, they shouldn't be coming here illegally.
The Manitoba border town of Emerson is the first stop on the new Refugee Railroad. Since January, dozens have crossed through frozen fields to flee the U.S. and find shelter here. 22 people just this past weekend.
But that's a problem with the Canada government, is that we have a loophole for people seeking asylum. They have to be arrested, and then they can still make a claim on why they're refugees. And sadly, they are mostly going to be accepted. Unless their claim is rejected, then they have to go back to the place of their citizenship. Which is sad, yes, I know. But we don't need to have more of a deficit in our Canadian budget, because we're going to end up being like the States, trillions of dollars in debt. And here in Manitoba, we're still trying to cut the budget in half and try to get on the plus side. But that's not going to happen if we're paying millions and thousands of dollars to help these people coming into the States by having our border controls working overtime, our RCMP working overtime, and our healthcare system working overtime. It's not fair to them, and that seems controversial to say it, but it's true. Until next time, I'm Christina, and this is my arena.
April last year, the Canada Border Services Agency reported 403 refugee claimants illegally crossed the border into Manitoba. That's up 63%.